YMCA?
We have three pillars that we stand on. We have youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. Those are the three core things that all of our programs are based around. Then we work with the kids to talk about caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Those are our four core values.
Caring, respect, honest, and responsibility.
Anyone can walk in our door and they're welcome, and it doesn't matter what they can afford to do. Come on in and do it with us. We're there to serve the community.
The staff is great. You know, I have two young kids. We walk in the door and they hold their hands up, and that means I want a stamp. And so the staff comes around and stamps their hands, and they make it, it's very welcoming right when you walk in the door.
On the right line, you touch it with your right foot. On the left side, you touch with your left foot.
We have a lot of toning, stretching, yoga, Pilates, circuit classes, boot camps. If you're hardcore and really want to get in there and kick it, you can absolutely do that. The trainer that I work with will talk to you about nutrition. She'll give you calls to see how you're doing. If you're trying to lose weight or trying to work on a program, she's right there involved with you. She'll meet with you off-site to have coffee, to just walk through your progress. So you never feel alone at the Y. If you want to be alone, you absolutely can just go do your thing. But if you want to have that support, it's available.
I joined the Y, and I've belonged to the Y a little over a year now. I was taking the classes, but my own background has been in dance and in exercise for many years. So after a while, I thought, well, gee, you know, why should just young people stand in front of the class? Wouldn't it be nice to have somebody who you could look at as a peer? And it's a wonderful group. And I think we have a lot of fun in the class.
I never ever had a muscle on the side of my arm. I really was not an exerciser. That's interesting because I do more exercise now than I've ever done in my life.
I teach senior fitness at the Y and have done so for 10 years.
Inhale.
Median age is 77 in my classes, and they are so fit. It's really rewarding. I call my class Carol's Kids, and they named themselves because it used to be Fit After 50, and they said, oh, we're way over 50, so that doesn't work. And so I said, what do you want to be called? And they said, well, we're your kids, so we're Carol's Kids. And I just love that. So I think that's community.
So many people think that the YMCA is just a swim and gym organization. It's almost the least of what we do. It's the most visible of what we do, but we're in over 50 different program sites here. I have 400 kids every day coming into our after school, 1,200 kids playing basketball, 700 kids in camps during the summer. In addition to that, we'll have over 900 seniors in our Silver Sneakers programs. The numbers are pretty significant considering the size of the population. So what we have is a deep penetration into the community for our services, which is something that most organizations don't have.
I cannot tell you how many times I've had people come to me and say, well, I thought the Y was just a place where the kids went to play basketball. It's so much more than that. Community happens here. We don't have to go out and seek it. When people come here, whether it's intergenerational activities, or getting children involved, or teaching healthy lifestyles and good choices to people. This is what happens at the YMCA Boulder Valley.
The relationship between the Y and Boulder Valley Schools goes back many decades. I've seen wonderful changes with the Y in the past few years, moving away from a sense of place to really a sense of programs.
We at Manhattan Middle School were the first refueling station. We were the pilot program. Our staff partners with the Y staff to really help make the whole middle school experience more successful for kids. And so the refueling center is really part of that whole initiative and the whole focus that we have to getting kids engaged as opposed to later having to get kids re-engaged. And so that's why the younger the better.
Middle school is a critical transition time for kids. When we do the youth risk behavior survey and collect that data, what we see is a high number of kids who talk about drinking, smoking, or trying marijuana, or having sex before the age of 13. Well, that's middle school kids.
I think it's an opportunity for young people to be influenced by positive adult role models in ways that parents, frankly, can't do anymore.
The adults in the program are really awesome, and I've made connections with all of them, and they're all really cool, and all the teachers are really nice. good to talk to your parents, but a lot of times there's stuff you don't want to talk to them about that it'd be better just to talk to like a third party about.
The Y is kind of a state of mind, and it's really about how do we enrich a child's day outside of the schoolhouse and in the summer in ways that the school can't.
Let's not forget about all of our camping programs. How many camper days do we deliver through the course of a year? We have over 6,000 camper days that we deliver in Boulder County.
Somebody asked me one time, they said, what would happen if the Y didn't exist on the planet? And we wouldn't have basketball. Basketball was invented at the Y. Volleyball was invented at the Y. Organized swim lessons. The first after-school childcare site was at a YMCA. The Peace Corps, USO, all those started out as YMCA programs.
It's the values of the YMCA. It's what the Y stands for. It's learning sportsmanship, and it's about family. It's not about just taking your son or your daughter or yourself to do a sport. It's about what family should be.
My parents did it for me. They were good volunteers. My husband and I are volunteers. I hope that our 13 and 15-year-old will be led by example and give back.
Nice thing about the YMCA, certainly Young Men's Christian Association is historically what it is, but it's not a Christian organization solely. It's not a young men's organization. That's what it started out as, but it's become something that everybody can use. It's become something that's welcoming for everybody, no matter what your religion is, your background, your race, your financial situation. It doesn't matter. Come in the door, you're welcome at the YMCA. And that's unique. There's no other place like that that exists.